Good evening, I'm Jackie Spate. Fiji came together in celebration today, paying homage to our golden boy Ilyas Ndelana. Rewards flowed in today for the Paralympic gold medalist in the form of cash and even a new home. So what does this mean for an athlete who just a while ago struggled to even get to his training venue? Shalvin Chand reports.
If winning gold is the ultimatum, then sure enough, Ilyas Ndelana's dreams have come true, and the city of Suva joined in the celebration. Just a few years back, Ndelana had to scramble around to look for bus fare to go to training. But this has all changed.
It will really give a great help for me, especially training and focusing again on the next competitions. It will really help, especially on training the difficulties I've been facing from the past. Now I have the support from the government, and why not try to achieve more.
A $10,000 reward from the state, HFC and Amalgamated Telecom Holding giving $5,000 each, and a house from Housing Authority at Tadirwa Heights. This makes Ndelana the only sports person in the country to be rewarded in such a manner.
I never dreamed of that. It's like to be simple and like others, just walk around, say hi, and it's just all about our hard work, and anyone can achieve anything if they set goals and work hard towards it.
The 27-year-old never thought his 1.74-meter jump in London would change his life forever. The forever humble Ndelana was grateful for the gifts, saying it will only make him a better athlete. And yet, he has not forgotten his hardships. His win at the Paralympic has not only made him an Olympic champion, but a champion of the people, rising above his struggles. Now who says dreams don't come true. Shalvin Chand, FBC News.
An internal investigation is underway following the suspension of 9 officers from the Fiji police force. The officers were sent home for alleged corrupt dealings with various members of the public. No further details have been released. The Fiji police force says no officer is above the law, and anyone found to be engaging in corrupt or illegal dealings will be punished. It says the force takes seriously all allegations of corruption and will thoroughly investigate all allegations. The Methodist Church won't be pushing for a Sunday ban in their constitutional submission, while members of the congregation have supported the idea, saying Sunday should be a day of rest. The church doesn't conform to that idea.
The church has prepared 10 key points for their submission. The Sunday ban isn't one of them. Previous church elders who pushed for Sunday to be declared an official day of rest in the 1980s were thrown into prison.
The framework that was given out is the framework that we will work on. The Sunday issue was not there. But if it is their local issue, then they add on to whatever they can get. There are local issues that we may not be aware of.
Reverend Nawandra confirms they will oppose the proposal that Fiji be declared a secular state.
The 10 points that we are focusing on, one of those is the Christian state issue.
Now that the submissions have been put together, the church wants feedback from followers before finalizing the views.
Whatever they have put into that to be sent to the church office for our submission. We want it to come from the people, whatever they say about that.
The church will make its submission in October. Epeli Tukwasa, FBC News.
Political parties planning to contest the next elections will have to comply with new registration laws. Currently, there are 16 registered parties, and new ones are already emerging in the lead up to 2014. Roland Karoy takes a look at what's expected of these parties.
Because then only people will be able to say...
The government believes requirements placed on political parties in the now defunct Electoral Act aren't transparent enough.
For example, the current threshold for registration of political parties is very low. There's no requirement, for example, as you have in certain other countries where you need to have subscribers to the party from different areas of the country to make it truly a national party. They also will be looking at requirements, for example, the political parties must have a particular code of conduct like you have in Kenya.
Political parties and their office bearers will have to come clean on what they own, and what they owe, basically opening up their books to show their assets and liabilities. Said Qayyum says these reforms are in line with international best practice. Some parties which have been lying dormant for years will also be looked at.
We also need to look at perhaps new rules pertaining to the continuing registration of political parties. So essentially the plan is that the new political parties to be registered will need to apply under the new rules once they're established, and that the existing registered political parties will obviously can continue as long as they comply with the new registration rules.
The new Electoral Act is likely to include provisions on conduct that will require candidates to meet the highest standards of integrity, honesty and credibility. Roland Koroi, FBC News.